Okay, this is Jennifer Clementi for my Mass Communications class. I'm here today with Laura V. Pringle, Pharmacy Manager of HEB. Laura, thank you for joining me today and giving me some time.
Sure, of course.
So I have a couple questions for you. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Jennifer, I've been here at HEB working as a pharmacist for almost 23 years. I'm married and have two daughters.
Very nice. Now, how did you become a pharmacist?
Well, I knew that I wanted to become a medical professional. I didn't know if I wanted to be a doctor. Let me backtrack. I knew that I didn't want to be a doctor because I didn't want to be on call. But I knew that I wanted to do something in the medical field. Nursing, medical technologist, but never thought of pharmacy. And so until I volunteered the summer of my freshman year at UT Austin, and I learned a lot from the different professionals there at the hospital. And that's how I believe it was a medical technologist that told me, if you want to have a family and have flexibility, that's a wonderful career. So look into it. Get a job as in the pharmacy, and that's what I did.
And so where did you end up attending pharmacy school?
Actually, when I was attending UT Austin, I said, well, I'm going to take their advice. This person, they gave me so much knowledge. I'm going to just apply at an HEB pharmacy. And the pharmacy manager, which happened to be a fabulous female manager, told me, well, the place to go would be University of Houston. And of course, she was a University of Houston grad. So she goes, you will pass the state boards with no problem whatsoever. And so, not knowing anybody in Houston, I said, well, I'm going to go to U of H. And that's where I went to pharmacy school. Graduated from UT Austin with BS in biology, and then I went on to apply to U of H for pharmacy school.
So basically, your career with HEB began before you became a pharmacist.
Yes.
You just worked in the pharmacy
as a clerk.
As a clerk.
As a clerk, yes. Knowing nothing about pharmacy, so I was right. I was very green.
So was that background, you working as a clerk, helpful to you when you were in pharmacy school? Did it give you a better...
Absolutely, because I was able to see what not only what the technician was doing, what the pharmacist was doing, what the staff pharmacist was doing, what the pharmacy manager was doing. So I got the whole picture. So
got exposure.
Yes.
So what do you feel some of the what changes could there be in the pharmacy industry to address the opioid epidemic that's going on nowadays?
I think that it's obviously as probably everybody has seen it, it's overwhelming. I think that pharmacists need to work with doctors. Doctors need to work with our government to kind of get some control over not only prescribing but dispensing rules and regulations, and also it's all about the demand. We need to get, if we control the demand of this narcotics, the supply will go down. So our country seems to be, in a crisis right now. And I think we could keep other countries from coming and bringing in illegal substances if we could control that critical, demand that we have. And I think another part that I need to add about that is I think the education at an early, age is key. To have with our kids about, just how quickly something can go downhill for you, and how serious it really is. And we as professionals need to do a better job to try to help not only our communities, but not only our families, but our communities that are suffering. There's a lot of small towns that are suffering, and big towns, and we need to do something. And maybe that way we won't have people from other countries coming into our country bringing things that we don't need to have. So it's going to be a struggle, but we can get there. We can get there. I think we'll work together.
Well, thank you very much for meeting with me today.
Absolutely.
And your wonderful insight. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.